Hello and welcome to Science Monitor, your favorite weekly news show on science, technology, invention and innovation. I'm Aishwarya Kapoor with you. In today's episode, we will talk about the second United Nations World Geospatial Information Congress successfully concluded in Hyderabad, and also tell you about a unique device developed by an Indian startup to rehabilitate the patients suffering from stroke and paralysis. There is lots more science news coming up, but first, let us take a look at the headlines. Second United Nations World Geospatial Information Congress concludes in Hyderabad. About 2,000 delegates from 120 countries attend this international conference, which lasted from 10th to 14th October. A school student designs a remotely operated Sentry Gun capable of automatic decision through surveillance and object analysis. This gun can be helpful in reducing casualties of security forces. Indian startup develops an interactive rehabilitation tool. This device can provide cost-effective and accurate physiotherapy solution to stroke patients. And 50 years since Aries Sampurnanand Optical Telescope was installed. This telescope, working at Manora Peak near Nainital, has achieved many milestones in the field of astronomy. And now the news in detail. The second United Nations World Geospatial Information Congress concluded recently with the Hyderabad Declaration. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed the inaugural session of this 5-day international congress held in Hyderabad from October 10th to October 14th. Hosted by the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, the conference was attended by nearly 2,000 delegates from 120 countries. A Science Monitor report.
In today's digital age, the importance of geospatial data in every field cannot be denied. Geospatial data is helping the world prepare strategies to conserve the Earth's resources and also create social welfare policies. As part of these efforts in a bid to increase global cooperation and partnerships in the field, the second United Nations World Geospatial Information Congress was organized in Hyderabad. The Congress, which was held from October the 10th to October the 14th, was attended by about 2,000 delegates from various scientific institutions and related industries. This included 700 international delegates from 120 countries. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed the inaugural session of the conference, which was hosted by the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. Addressing the gathering via video conferencing, the Prime Minister said that technology and talent are the two pillars that are key to India's growth journey. He said that geospatial technology has an important role to play in schemes like ownership and housing that empower rural India. Apart from this, PM Gati Shakti Yojana is also being operationalized using this data.
Possibilities that geospatial technology offers are endless. Sustainable urban development, managing and even mitigating disasters, tracking the impact of climate change, forest management, water management, stopping desertification, food security. There is so much that we can do for our planet through geospatial technology. I wish that this conference become a platform to discuss developments in such important areas.
Union Minister of Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Jitendra Singh, delivered the keynote address at the Congress organized under the theme Geo-Enabling the Global Village. No one should be left behind. He shared that at present, there are more than 250 geospatial startups in India working in various fields like waste resource management, forestry, urban planning and road mapping. At the conference, representatives from governmental and non-governmental organizations related to geospatial information and technology from around the world discussed and highlighted the need for geospatial data for sustainable development. National organizations like the Survey of India, Geological Survey of India, National Atlas and Thematic Mapping Organization, Indian Space Research Organization and National Informatics Center also participated in the conference and shared information with their counterpart international institutions.
Global geospatial ecosystem will have to simultaneously take into consideration the social factors, the economic factors, the environmental factors, and take them from a global, holistic point of view. And in turn, as I said a few moments ago, make it an instrument of market transformation in order to make it sustainable, make them also possibly lucrative means of livelihood for some of the youngsters, with a potential to revolutionize the industry and potential also to revolutionize the global economy. And as India looks forward to next 25 years, when we turn 100 in 2047, we are also actually looking forward to play an important role as an important component of the global economy, of course, in which the latest technologies like the one being discussed today are going to have an important contribution to make.
Geospatial information and technology can be used to measure the impact of climate change, assess risk zones, identify green zones, reduce fossil fuel use, mapping of resources, etc. This data can help the world develop mitigation strategies and solutions that reduce these risks worldwide. As per tradition, the conference also adopted the Hyderabad Declaration on the concluding day. With this declaration, the second UNWGIC 2022 has successfully made the public aware of the importance of geospatial information in the implementation and monitoring of sustainable development goals.
The INSPIRE-MANAK program was launched by the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, to encourage the generation of innovative ideas among school students. During this year's session 2, many innovative ideas came to the fore. One such project is the Sentry Gun, which was showcased in this year's national level exhibition and project competition. This project, made by a young schoolboy, caught everyone's attention. Here is the Science Monitor report.
It is true that necessity is the mother of all inventions, but to bring an idea to fruition needs a lot of imagination too. There are many inventions in use today that are the result of a fictional story. The development of the Sentry Gun is one of them. From being a figment of someone's imagination in novels, films and video games, this automatic remote-operated gun has become a reality and is even being used by the defense. Influenced by this idea, a student from Lucknow has designed a Sentry Gun which was displayed at this year's INSPIRE-MANAK Award national level exhibition and project competition held in New Delhi recently. The gun was a huge hit at the exhibition and received a lot of appreciation. As envisioned by the young student, this remotely operated versatile gun can reduce the number of casualties among soldiers and security personnel while also making surveillance more accurate.
I have developed Project Sentry Gun, which tracks the movement of human beings using a camera and then sends the coordinates to the computer, and the computer sends the signal to the motors, through which it aligns the turret in a direction of the moving object such that it can fire on the runtime, and the position of the target is printed on the computer screen of the operator so that you can track him on the real time.
The Sentry Gun, designed by the student, has a revolving system and uses image capturing systems and sensors. This gun can be connected to a remote control room wirelessly. It continuously sends pictures of objects coming within its range to a computer, which runs a real-time analysis to figure out if the object is a threat or not. When the machine senses danger, the object can be fired upon immediately. This can be hugely helpful in protecting our borders from terrorists without the need for human intervention, thus protecting soldiers' lives. Apart from this, the gun can also be effective in reducing soldier casualties during cross-firing.
It is very useful for the Indian soldiers because we can avoid casualties which are caused due to the cross-firing and many other factors, like we can avoid trespassing, and if any militants or terrorists are trespassing our border areas, then we can use my Sentry Gun to solve that problem.
The Sentry Gun is just one of the innovative solutions to contemporary problems designed by our young minds. The projects themselves are proof that among these youth are the scientists and engineers of the future. As the nation moves towards self-reliance, this innovative generation will prove to be very useful.
Emerging medical startups in India are working round the clock to increase the country's self-reliance in the field of development of medical equipment. As part of these efforts, a company named BeAble, incubated by the Indian Institute of Technology, Hyderabad, has developed a game-based interactive rehabilitation device. Manufactured under the Make in India campaign, this device, known as BeAble, is proving to be a more efficient solution for physiotherapists while also being an affordable treatment for needy patients. Here is a Science Monitor report.
Stroke is considered to be one of the leading causes of disability all over the world. As far as India is concerned, more than 18 lakh cases of stroke are reported every year. Apart from stroke cases, there is also a large number of people affected by problems like traumatic brain injury, paralysis, fractures, and frozen shoulder. In most of these cases, exercise or physiotherapy is necessary to improve bodily functions. However, there is a huge gap in the demand from patients and the supply of physiotherapists in the country, resulting that all patients are not getting the right treatment. To address this problem, the Indian Institute of Technology, Hyderabad, incubated healthcare startup BeAble has developed an indigenous device called BeAble. This game-based interactive rehabilitation device will not only prove to be a better aid to physiotherapists, but will also provide an affordable physiotherapy facility to patients by reducing the cost on imported equipment.
Neuro rehabilitation device, which is very much important in the process of recovery of patients suffering from stroke, traumatic brain injury, cerebral palsy, fracture, frozen shoulders. And these areas required regular rehabilitation therapy, and we actually made this product exclusively for treating the patients so that they'll get back their normal life.
Researchers at BeAble, a startup founded in 2017 by the Center for Healthcare Entrepreneurship, IIT Hyderabad, developed the tool based on years of research. The Biotechnology Industry Research Assistance Council, or BIRAC, of the Department of Biotechnology, Government of India, has assisted BeAble for developing the device. The tool, BeAble, incorporates data on stroke and other diseases affecting the body's functioning capacity. Immersive games developed specifically for arm therapy inspire patients to exercise the affected body part. In addition to collecting and analyzing the patient's exercise sessions, this device also monitors the changes in their arm function and recommends appropriate therapy. One of the most useful features of this device is that it can also be used for tele-rehabilitation. This is hugely useful in cases where patients are in remote areas with no access to physiotherapists.
Physiotherapists to have a better equipment with them, And mostly, if you look at the physiotherapy centers in India, most of the devices are imported, and a lot of the cost of the devices are also very high compared to where we can manufacture in India. With the Make in India project and the initiatives of the government, we are able to manufacture in India itself, by thereby reducing the cost of the product in the end user and reducing the dependency on the import of the product.
The device is now ready for commercialization after the positive results obtained from the tests on the prototype. This device, being developed under the Make in India initiative, can prove to be a helpful and cost-effective tool in the recovery and rehabilitation of patients suffering from diseases like stroke.
Arya Research Institute of Observational Sciences, or ARIES, is one of the premier scientific research institutes of India. This autonomous institute of the Department of Science and Technology has made important achievements in the field of astronomy in the country. One of the telescopes key to these achievements is the 1.04-meter optical telescope. Installed in 1972, this telescope has completed 50 years of its establishment this year. A Science Monitor report on ARIES and the telescope.
The Aryabhatta Research Institute of Observational Sciences, or ARIES, is spread over an area of 32.38 hectares on the pleasing Manora Peak in the lower Himalayan region adjoining Nainital. ARIES is the country's premier astronomical research institute, operating several optical telescopes, including India's largest 3.6-meter optical telescope. Scientists, engineers, and students at the institute do research and development activities in the areas of astronomy, astrophysics, and atmospheric sciences. The observatory was established in Varanasi in the year 1952 as the State Observatory of Uttar Pradesh. It was later shifted to the Manora Peak of Nainital in 1955.
Aryabhatta Research Institute of Observational Sciences, in short ARIES, was born many years back as a UP State Observatory, and in 2004, when the formation of the Uttarakhand took place, at that point of time, this state observatory was taken over by Department of Science and Technology as an autonomous institute. So ARIES was that way born in 2004, but this place has a legacy of more than 50 years. And in fact, at this campus in Manora Peak, we have several facilities. There are facilities for astronomical observations. We have a 1-meter telescope which is completing its 50 years of journey. We have a 50 centimeter Smith telescope. We have a 15 centimeter small telescope for looking at the sun.
ARIES launched operations with a very small telescope. The observatory established the 1.04-meter optical telescope at Manora Peak in 1972. Situated at an altitude of 1950 meters against an enchanting backdrop of lush green forest and mountain ranges, the telescope facilitated astronomers to make high-sensitivity observations of the infinite sky above them. This telescope was named after the famous educationist and former Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Dr. Sampoornanand. Its precise tracking and guiding system can track the movement of stars for hours, keeping the celestial objects in focus all the time. The telescope can detect objects of very low brightness too. It can detect a distant object in the sky that is up to 40 million times fainter than what our eyes can see at night. Astronomers in India have studied many different celestial bodies using the 104-centimeter Sampoornanand telescope. Initially, telescopes were used to study comets, planets, and nearby bright stars. However, this telescope changed that and helped us find the rings around the planet Saturn. Since the year 2000, the telescope has contributed immensely to the study of highly energetic celestial explosions known as gamma-ray bursts. This telescope has also made a very important contribution to the understanding of the twinkling light around black holes and the physics involved. It is currently being used to study supernova and gamma-ray explosions, light emitted around active stars, black holes, star clusters and galaxies. With its fleet of large and small telescopes in Devbhoomi, Uttarakhand, Aries continues its journey to advance astronomy and discover the infinite mysteries of the universe.
And now let's have a quick look at some other developments that have made news in the field of science and technology in our special segment, Science Express.
Vigyan Prasar, an autonomous organization of the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, recently celebrated its 33rd Foundation Day. Vigyan Prasar was established on the 11th of October 1989 to build a rational and awakened society through science communication and science popularization. Since its inception, Vigyan Prasar has fulfilled this commitment through its elaborate programs. As the organization celebrated its Foundation Day, all the officials, scientists and science communicators, including the director of Vigyan Prasar, Dr. Nakul Parashar, gathered and shared their views on the journey of Vigyan Prasar. Over the years, the autonomous organization has produced popular science magazines, science-related material in different languages, science films, TV programs and radio programs, and also conducted interesting and informative workshops for the youth. Keeping pace with the times, the organization has been running India Science and OTT channel for the Department of Science and Technology for the last several years. Vigyan Prasar has been instrumental in establishing the discipline of science journalism by increasing opportunities in the field. A meeting of the Joint Working Group on Science and Technology Cooperation between India and Norway was held in New Delhi on the 12th of October. During the meeting, the two countries discussed the inclusion of areas such as quantum science and technology, electric mobility, green hydrogen, ocean science, cyber physical systems, blue economy, information and communication in the cooperation program. Besides this, they also discussed how to further strengthen ongoing cooperation in areas such as polar science, bioeconomy, renewable energy, nanoscience and technology, and antimicrobial resistance. In the meeting, the two sides also decided to pursue activities like bilateral workshops, support for ongoing joint research projects, new joint R&D project calls with industry participation, human capacity development, and focus on areas of greater relevance to society as well as industrial R&D. Indian scientists have discovered a new efficient way to measure quantum entanglement in high-dimensional systems. Quantum entanglement is a condition in which many particles behave as a unit even when separated. Experiments on this won the Nobel Prize in Physics in 2022. Scientists from the Raman Research Institute, an autonomous institute of the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, in collaboration with scientists from the Institute of Quantum Computing, Canada, have come up with a simpler way to measure entanglement quantities in high-dimensional systems. The entangled state is an important state of quantum mechanics and can be used as a resource for quantum communication, quantum computation, and information processing tasks that are impossible for other systems. The importance of studying the quantification of such entanglement increases with the realization of high-dimensional entangled states experimentally. The results can usher in a line of studies which can not only deepen understanding of how entanglement is to be quantified, but also on how to better assess the efficacy of an entangled state for a given technological application.
That is all in today's edition of Science Monitor. Keep sending your feedback and suggestions through email. Our email ID is indiascience@vigyanprasar.gov.in. You can also write into us at Vigyan Prasar, A50, Sector 62, Noida 201309, Uttar Pradesh. So we will take your leave now. See you again next week. Till then, stay safe and think scientifically. Bye for now.